My name is Chuck Zo.d.ak. I never believed in fairy tales until a TV company offered me £5. £5 to make a series to prove that fairy tales are true. I now believe. Welcome to my world. Welcome to the world of paranormal. For an investigation this time, we have been brought to the forest of Broomwich, where many locals believe that a figure of a monk can be seen roaming the woods. A legend has it that the monk is unable to rest until he has found forgiveness from the witch that he once killed. During the 17th century, the small village of Spelton found itself under the evil spell of a witch by the name of Kathleen Bagg. Kathleen did not care much for locals and would cast spells upon anybody who upset her. It soon got to the stage where local villagers could not take it anymore. So they asked a local judge by the name of Judge Spellbound High if he could help. The judge did know a man who he felt could do the job, a monk by the name of Jefferson the Witch Hunter. Jefferson was one of the leading witch hunters of his day, and if anybody could bag a witch, it would be him. After being brought up to date about the problems the villagers was having, Jefferson agreed to go in search of the witch. Not long after, Jefferson the monk found Kathleen Bagg's hiding place, and he waited for the moment. After taking his moment and bagging a witch, the witch put a curse on the monk. Jefferson has succeeded in killing Kathleen Bagg. However, he is now faced with a curse in which Kathleen Bagg has placed upon him. You shall roam the forest of Broadwich forever. After the curse was placed upon Jefferson, he gave up witch hunting and tried to figure out a way how to lift this curse. It was only a few years later that Jefferson discovered that he had been set up by the villagers. He found out that at the beginning Kathleen was not a witch. She used to live in the village, but the villagers never liked her very much So they dragged her out and forced her into the woods, telling everybody that she was an evil witch. While in the woods, Kathleen learnt witchcraft and started to get her own back on the villagers. Finding out the story, Jefferson the monk was very upset. He had killed the wrong witch. He did not know which witch was which. Locals still say that Jefferson walks the woods in search of the witch, hoping to get the curse lifted. Before we set out on our investigation, we wanted a little background information, and we was told that the best person to see was a local priest by the name of Father Fencing. The father was a well-known figure in his day. He used to gate crash parties, chat up the local women, and he also took backhanders for putting a good word in for people with the boss. We knew that if anybody knew anything about anybody, it would be Father Fencing. We knew that the monk had some form of connection with the church, and we wanted to know whether the father had any records to confirm this. A few hours later, the father returned. He said that he could find no records of the monk. However, the father was well aware of the story of the monk haunting the woods. Just to be very careful when investigating. And he also told us that everybody in the village would be happy when this dreadful curse has been lifted. With that, he took another £5 off us and sent us on our way. Not having any luck with the father, we decided to see whether we could find a local that would be prepared to talk to us about the legend. After a while, we did find someone who was prepared to talk to us on camera. So have you heard about the monk that roams in the woods?
Yeah, I have.
And what do you think? Do you think it's real?
Yeah, definitely real.
Are you sure?
I'm telling you, for
I've
real.
seen a few people in there, they just think it's just a fairy tale.
No, I'm telling you what, there's something in there, and he's there.
Yeah.
And there's no way that I'm going in them woods with him around.
Okay, you sure you don't want to go in the woods at all?
There's no way that I'm going in them woods, I'm telling you. Yeah, no way am I going in there.
After recording this interview, Average Guy didn't want to talk anymore about the legend on camera. However, off camera we did discuss the legend and the woods. However, when we decided to go back to filming, Average Guy wasn't too happy. You sure you don't want to go in them woods?
Listen, mate, I told you, there's no chance I'm going in them woods at all. You can forget it.
You sure?
Yeah, nah, no way at all. And it's bright as well, so no way.
Oh, well, there's one happy customer. It's hard to believe that locals have a fear of this monk. A monk that is looking to escape a curse. A monk in search of its freedom. We needed to take our investigation a bit further, so we consulted a forensic officer by the name of Allergy White. Allergy told us that spirits are attached to personal objects from their past, and that if we could obtain an object and place it in a location where the spirits used to live, this has a good chance of attracting the spirits back. Allergy had really given us some great information, which we was now going to put into practice. We could not find any similar objects that the monk used to own. For example, we wasn't sure of the type of robe that the monk wore, or the mask that he used to conceal his identity. When we came to research the witch's clothing and items, we had exactly the same problem. However, we did find a drawing of some flowers that was once said to belong to the witch. We had a copy of these flowers made up from the drawing. Now we could put Allergy White's plan into action. We discovered the best location to place our flowers, nearby an old tree that was once said to be home for Kathleen Witch. We then roped off the area so that we had full control of that location. And all we had to do then was to sit back and wait. As usual, we didn't catch anything on camera. You get the feeling somehow that if this story was true, you would hope that it had an happy ending. But just like many of our legends, they are just stories, and this one is no different.